Thanks, David. I'm not sure exactly how to respond to that, but I do offer our condolences as I did last meeting. I know that you probably don't believe that enough can be done about safety, but I know that it's been the focus of this agency, and I would ask both Fred and Neil to fill in, but I believe that we're giving it a lot of attention, and I think that attention and awareness is throughout the agency, and we committed as a board to make certain that we're focused on that, and I want to reiterate that commitment and tell you that we didn't spend a great deal of time on safety today, but because we are in the process of preparing another phase of the report, and things are being done. I mean, I'm completely certain of that. It's very tough for us to watch you grieve for your daughter, who I'm certain was an exceptional person, and we all feel that loss. And I want you to know that at a visceral level. We have children. We understand. I cannot imagine what you're going through. And I just want to make sure that you know that we are compassionate people that understand that we have issues and that are dealing with them in a very focused way. Fred or Neil, would you like to supplement those remarks?
Let me just say one, and again, of course, we can't imagine the pain that you are feeling. Our condolences are with you, but we can't imagine the pain. The recommendations that came through are 97 specific recommendations, which we're implementing. Some are evaluating additional and moving ahead on them. We take this very, very seriously. And I don't think any of us can see any good that comes from such a tragedy. But if there is, it's that the changes that are occurring and will continue to occur are real. Yeah.
And I would only add, again, as I expressed to you personally last month as well, condolences, deepest sympathies. And I would continue to note that for me, safety will be the #1 priority as I take the chair on July 1. And I will be spending and have been spending a lot of time on the system, talking to our operators and trying to get inside the operation. So, and I am wearing the pager now, so I'm watching and responding to these various circumstances that come up. So I want you to know my full attention will be devoted to that priority.
I'd like to call Michael Levine. For those of you that, I'm almost certain everyone's in the room is familiar with Michael, but he's been a tireless advocate for people with disabilities, and we welcome him here. And Michael, I'm sorry that I wasn't able to call you to address the specific ADA resolution that was in our packet, but welcome.
Thank you, and you saved me one piece of my testimony. I don't have to urge you to prove it. However, I'm slightly disappointed it wasn't read. Also, I received a copy of, I'll call it the preamble to the resolution and the attachment A, and found it to be slightly disappointing. Very truthful, but slightly disappointing. I've shared that information with leaders in the disability community, and I got up at 5:30 this morning to try to put together some notes from discussions I had last night. Normally, I try to bring somebody to read for me, since my computer usually reads to me, so bear with me because I want to make sure I get this correct. One, we have to acknowledge the fact that TriMet does try to comply with the ADA, and at times TriMet does exceed what we call the scope of the ADA, which is the minimum standards. There is, if you do more, we don't consider it doing more. It's truly the spirit of the ADA. The ADA, again, minimum standards, usually does fall short. So we do appreciate when TriMet actually goes towards the spirit of the ADA. But at the same time, there are many, many issues where TriMet does not meet the scope, the minimum standards of the ADA. There are issues to date that do not meet the minimum standards of the ADA/compliance of the ADA. And in the resolution, it talks about, which again is why I wish it would have been read, it talks about a commitment to going forward, and I hope that this board takes that very seriously, and that this board will help as needed, as requested from the public, to insist that federal dollars, et cetera, are spent in compliance of the ADA. I'll get off the preaching for a minute. Last month when I came before you and asked for a proclamation / the resolution, and it did come forth, thank you. And I know it was a very hectic meeting, as this one is turning into. And I did invite the board and/or management to speak at the 20th celebration at PSU on July 26th. Because of what went on last month, I just wanted to bring that up again. That invitation is still open. However, if you choose to do so, I would hope to get a reply from somebody from TriMet relatively soon, as we are putting the agenda together, or the program for the event. And I am pleased to say that TriMet is going to take part in the resource fair. The TriMet will have a table there, and we look forward to that. TriMet has also volunteered to have a bus there. We may try to do an experiential piece at the fair with a manual wheelchair, goggles, and white canes for people to board and deboard one of TriMet's buses. Again, I hope that as the new board, the new general manager, as things go forward, I hope that the disability community can work in a very proactive manner instead of a reactive manner with TriMet. And unfortunately, a lot of the things that have come to be because of reactions to issues and not because of being proactive at the very forefront. And I hope that that's going to change. I would be glad to answer any questions of the board.
Other questions? Thank you, Michael.
Hearing none, thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Mm-hmm.